Good evening, Twin Flame, Twin Souls, Soulmates, Fated Connections. This is Brainy Twin Gemini here for March 28, 2020. First and foremost, I want to thank you all so much for the love, the likes, the subs, the sense of community on our channel. It really warms my heart, and I love you all so much. So, I was sitting here, thought I was videoing. I went to finish, and I realized I didn't hit the record button. So the way I look at it is, it wasn't meant to be. Nothing is a coincidence. You know, everything I do in my journal, which I did bring today. And I think I know the reason why this video failed. So here it is here. And my pen, so I came here today to write in my journal. And, you know, there's, you know, as many of you know, I'm a messenger on this journey. And I get signs and syncs every single day. And I believe these signs and syncs are messages that I need to deliver to you. So hopefully this doesn't fail on me again. But I just literally saw a hawk flying over me, and I was trying to get footage of it, and that's when I realized that it wasn't recording. It was like, crap! Sometimes I'm just not meant to get this stuff on camera, I guess. And every time I try, it's an epic fail. So what I want to do is I just want to go over some of the collective energy in the last, you know, little bit, let's put it that way. So a couple of things here. I saw number 111, 1010, and 444. One thing that's been kind of been going on for the last couple of days for me again, and it comes and it goes, it's this, the ears have been really bothering me. Like, they get really itchy. It comes and it goes. It's not all the time. And there's this clear fluid that comes out. I know this stuff sounds strange, but I'm just a messenger here. And it's like this clear fluid that comes out of my ears. And whenever that happens, there's two things. I believe it's the third eye opening, because it's like your eyes, your nose, your ears, and for many of you, you're going through that third eye awakening, opening, chakra opening, whatever. And another very important message always is be careful who you listen to. People out there are not genuine. They're sensationalizing. They're taking advantage of your vulnerable heart. And, you know, they're not doing it for the right reasons. I had someone email me yesterday, last night, saying that someone had asked to, like her, well, she was told to give this particular person $4,000 and that she would get them into unity. Well, that will never happen. There's no way that could ever happen. You're, first of all, unity within already. When you come and meet in physical form, you're already in unity. And then you go in physical distance, and you have no contact, and your souls have already, you've already done your soul merge. Like, it's already happened. You know, so it's technically you already are in unity. You're just physically distant, and there's no contact. So just be very, very, very careful who you listen to. You know, I see this stuff, and it just breaks my heart, because when you come in, your heart is kind of ripped wide open. That's your heart chakra opening and forcing this Kundalini awakening. And your heart is vulnerable, but it's meant to be vulnerable because it's meant to heal you. And if you keep focusing on the physical separation, then you're manifesting, you're going to manifest that physical separation back into your life, first and foremost. And you're not doing the healing work that you're meant to be doing. This is all about you, healing you. You're together. You're one soul. But when you come back and reunite in physical form, you both have to be completely healed. And that's another thing I have here. So what is with these planes? I'm not kidding you. At least 20 have flown over here. I really don't get it. So there's been a lot of crying going on. But that crying is a good thing, because you're healing. And And again, if it resonates, it resonates. If it doesn't. Just pack it away in your pocket. Not everything is going to resonate with every single person, with every single thing that I have to say. And if you have feedback, kindly send me an email. I'll gladly take your feedback. But there has been crying, and this crying is good because it's healing. It's healing your heart. And it also, when you cry, believe it or not, it relieves stress hormones within your body. Another thing, I forgot to mention the 2 songs that I heard on the way here. First one, there's a fairy on my, here, he's on my, no, I'm not going there because I'll end up knocking the camera or doing or my phone or whatever. Oh, little guy, go! So I heard Peter Gabriel, In Your Eyes, and I heard more than that, but that one just kind of stuck with me because, you know, the eyes are the gateway to the soul. I always believe that when you look into someone's eyes, you can see their soul. And then Disturbed, A Reason to Fight. And the reason why I picked those 2 songs is because Reason to Fight right now, there's some distance going on. Why? Everything is in 2s right now. There's distance going on, and that's primarily because of the fear in the universe. And, you know, I'm going to be quite blunt here, and hopefully I don't intend to ever hurt anyone's feelings because I always come from a place of the heart, but I don't think there's one person that, oh my, see, the bird just flew over my head. It's telling me that I'm telling the truth. I don't think there's one person that's not experiencing some form of fear right now. Because that's such a prevalent energy in the universe right now. It is going to transfer back into you. This fear is causing some disruption in your energy flow. And it's creating distance between the 2 of you. But just keep coming back to that unconditional love and that telepathic, communication. Just keep going there. Eventually, you'll get to that balance within yourself. But it's, I don't really think anyone is impartial to it. So that's that. But you are migrating back to each other. So, there has been that distance. That distance in the 5D per se, but you're migrating back because you will always migrate back because that heart chakra, that your souls will always, you're one soul, so you'll always migrate back to that loving place. One other thing I have here, when I was laying down this afternoon, meditating before I came here, I heard this dove cooing again, this one dove. So I think it was a few weeks ago I heard the one dove, and I went outside and I was talking to it, saying, I felt if this dove was lonely and it was calling for its lover, and I was feeling bad for this dove. So then the following week, 2 were there, and they were like all lovey-dovey. They were nestling their heads and everything in each other, and and I was like, oh, that's so nice. I love it so much. And then today the one dove was there, doing that cooing, that sad cooing, and it's so loud that I have my windows closed and I can hear it through the window, so I see it. And the message that came to me at that time was, when you come in to each other, you're one and one. One soul, let's say 2 separate souls. Then you come together, that's the 2 doves, and your souls emerge, and then the one dove comes back, you are one, your unity, one, within. So that's kind of what I, have there. And lastly, when you come into each other, you're meant to wake each other up. You go into, I usually call it soul shot. There's, other people can call it whatever they want. Everybody's journey is different. Everybody has different terminology. Once you come into each other in physical form, you kind of invoke that immediate awakening. It's instantaneous. It happens right away. And this, if this is truly your journey, it was preordained or fated. It was known far before you ever knew it was, it was going to happen. And you might even have had that conversation. Like, this was fated. I feel like this was a fated meeting or a fated connection or fated, because, and that's why I always say at the beginning, I say twin soul soulmates, fated connections, because it truly is fated. And there's a few things that have to occur. You have to go through this Kundalini awakening. Many of you are at your third eye right now. When I was laying down meditating, when I closed my eyes, for the first time, I actually saw an eye, like one eye. And it was like on the inside, if that makes any sense. And then after I saw that, I know this stuff is going to sound strange. All of this, like squiggly, white, very bright lights, and they were all symmetrical. And no, it's like, I wasn't on any drugs, trust me. I was just in a deep meditative state. And I saw this. So it was kind of crazy, but I feel many of you are getting to that, which is absolutely phenomenal, and I love it so much. And 2 more things here, and then I'm going to wrap up, because my hands are freezing. It's like I didn't wear gloves, and it's only like 2 degrees right now, and I'm sitting outside. But this, for some of you, not all, again, what resonates, what doesn't, pack it away. For some of you, this virus is going to force you into a dark night of the soul. And again, people have different meanings and different explanations to it. The only reason I call it the dark night of the soul is because it'll be one of the darkest, not necessarily night, but it'll be the darkest day. And that, you'll have this sense of helplessness, you'll be overwhelmed. I can't sometimes articulate this into words, but that's all the gunk within your inner core coming up and coming to the surface and coming out. And it is probably one of the most difficult things you will go through, because it's that, all of that inner healing that needs to occur. Both of you need to heal. You come in and you trigger and invoke that healing and open up that heart and wake each other up. And when you come back together in reunion, you are meant to be perfectly healed heart, like healed. And that's what the Kundalini awakening does. It heals you basically from the inside out, if that makes any sense. It heals your soul. It cleanses your soul. And I've said that numerous times. But the one good thing is you're migrating back to each other, and I love it so much. And lastly, after the dark night of the soul, and you go through this crappy, I don't know how long it lasts, because everybody's journey is different. I know for myself personally, it only lasted 1 night, but it was a very daunting evening, let's put it that way. And it was almost scary, but I feel maybe some of you might be forced into that because of this virus. And then lastly, and most importantly, I have this written down, rebirth and resurrection. So it kind of flows with the dark night of the soul and the rebirth. You rebirth within. Your whole identity or person as you know it has completely changed. You've rebirthed. You've come to a higher sense of yourself. And it's the most beautiful place to be. And again, I just want to reassure you that if this is truly your journey, don't doubt. Always trust what's in your heart, not what's in your head. That ego always wants to fight and win. But the heart is the most powerful force in our body. And you just have to believe and trust in your heart. So, again, I want to thank you all so much for the love, the likes, the subs, the sense of community. Oh, wait a minute. We're not just wrapping up just yet. I brought animal cards. So I am going to do that because a few people asked me to do it. And I love animals. Obviously in nature. I'm freezing though. So if they fall in the water, they fall in the water. It's meant to be. And as many of you know, if you've seen this before, these cards are hard to work with. I'm going to pull them out. Frick, I should have worn gloves. I didn't think it was this cold out. Nothing better than doing it on a rock. Hopefully I don't knock this frickin' camera off. So I'm just going to call out to my guardian angels for one card for the divine feminine. I'm just going to move this down, and if it frickin' so you can see the card. Can you see it? Yeah. And I'm going to call out to my guardian angels for one card, please. Turtle. This is the card here. Turtle Spirit. I've never gotten this card. Slow and steady wins the race. I don't know. Did I say patience? I was meant to say patience, but the cards never fail me. And now I'm going to call out to my guardian angels for, and that's for you, Divine Feminine. For one card, please. Here they are. I don't want to knock this because I'm clumsy. Okay, so one card, please, or whatever comes out for Divine Masculine. I love it. I love it so much because Stag Spirit is me. That's my animal. That's my totem animal. But so I'm just gonna read. I'm sure these people are like, what is this chick? Okay. So it's number 62. If 6-2 or 6 and 2 is 8, if that means anything to you. And it says, put my glasses on, slow and steady wins the race. Turtle Spirit arrives to remind you that when you do what you need to do, putting one foot in front of the other and trusting that you will see your intentions manifest in perfect timing. Your prophecy and love will grow exponentially. Now is not the time to rush around trying to force matters. Move slowly, perhaps even so slowly that it almost feels like if you were not moving at all. This may be a time to crawl before walking, taking your time to align to Turtle Spirit's place as you contemplate this road you're on, doing what you need to do in the small moment that will soon pass. Turtle Spirit reminds you that sometimes the best action is to slow down. So if it feels like you're not doing enough, know that simply being aware of what is happening right now may be an important step toward determining whether you need to pivot or simply putting one foot in front of the other. True love and true success comes with patience, says Turtle Spirit. Focus on the now, and the next step will be clear. And I absolutely put patience in my journal today. And then we have Stag Spirit here. Take the lead. Okay, so this is for Divine Masculine energy. Masculine energy, whatever. 5 and 8 is 13. Take the lead. Whether or not you have set your intention to lead, you may have found yourself suddenly called to step up to the forefront of your life. Stag Spirit is a reminder that now is the time to heed the call, to be sure, strong, and compassionate. Others will look to you, and you have it within you to see through the eyes of Stag Spirit and walk with confidence as you take the responsibilities that are yours now and model integrity in all that you do in all of your relationships. Be willing to see that the best in others so that your compassionate heart keeps you on the right path. Stag Spirit wants you to know that your responsibilities now are to yourself too, for you are learning and developing new skills. The best in you is coming into you as you step forward with strength, knowing that Spirit supports you as you compassionately take the lead. You are a model for transformation now, sharing your experience through strength and hope with others so they may grow and discover their best selves too. What a gift you are. Stay humble, authentic, and walk your talk, for this is how a wise leader leads. And I love it. I love it so much. And one thing I forgot to mention was the 2 rabbits I saw this morning. And rabbits are a sign of good luck, fertility, creativity, abundance, and many of you twin souls that came into each other's lives, you activated or, you know, rebirthed, resurrected that creativity within each other. And it's the most beautiful thing, and I love it. I love it so much, and I love all of you so much. And again, thank you so much for the likes, the subs, the sense of the community on our channel. Have a great night, folks.